Hello everyone, welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced today, according to Zio Shabah, that he has ordered the Israeli military to escalate its offensive in Lebanon. The objective is to completely crush the political and military organization Hezbollah, which he accused of using drones to attack Israeli forces. Netanyahu stated in a video message on Telegram, "I have ordered to further accelerate our actions." He added, "They did use drones to attack us, including fiber optic drones, but our teams are studying countermeasures, and we will solve this problem. We will strengthen our strikes, increase our firepower, and we will completely crush them." This directive comes as the United States and Iran are reportedly seeking to finalize a deal to end the conflict in the Middle East, which could potentially include the Lebanese front. The region has seen heightened tensions since late February, when Israel and the U.S. jointly airstruck Iran, resulting in the death of its supreme leader Ali Khamenei. In response, Hezbollah fired rockets at Israel on March 2, drawing Lebanon into the broader Middle East conflict. Despite a temporary ceasefire agreed upon in mid-April, clashes between Israeli forces and Hezbollah have occurred almost daily. Lebanese authorities claim that Israeli military attacks have resulted in over 3,100 deaths in Lebanon since early March, while more than 20 Israeli soldiers have been killed in conflicts with Hezbollah. Al Jazeera reports President Donald Trump is pushing for the normalization of diplomatic relations between Israel and several regional countries, including Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Pakistan, as a component of a potential deal with Iran. This initiative appears designed to assuage initial criticism from pro-Israel advocates in the United States, who had opposed an Iran agreement lacking punitive measures against Tehran after the U.S.-Israel war on Iran began on February 28, 2026. Some hawkish figures, like Senator Lindsey Graham, notably shifted from criticizing a potential Iran deal to praising Trump's normalization push as brilliant and a massive accomplishment for regional stability. This diplomatic maneuver is intended to make the Middle East an economic powerhouse instead of a powder keg. Nevertheless, the article highlights considerable obstacles. Many nations, especially Gulf states, have historically resisted formalizing ties with Israel, particularly following its war on Gaza, which the article terms genocidal. Saudi Arabia adheres to the 2002 Arab Peace Initiative, demanding a Palestinian state. Doniyat IV of the Gulf International Forum indicated to Al Jazeera that Gulf states are not interested in normalization, perceiving the war as a strategic failure and unwilling to foster an Israeli-led regional order. She questioned Trump's capacity to enforce such policies, suggesting they might jeopardize an Iran agreement. GG Press reports that Cambodia's de facto supreme leader, Senate President Hun Sen, announced on May 25 that he would pardon Kem Sokha, 72, co-founder of the former main opposition Cambodia National Rescue Party. Sokha had been sentenced to 27 years in prison for treason, accused of attempting to overthrow the government. The High Court had upheld the 2023 first instance ruling in late April, drawing strong criticism from Western countries and human rights organizations, who called it political repression. Cambodian media reported that despite the pardon, restrictions on Sokha's political activities and overseas travel will remain in effect. The United Kingdom is officially experiencing its first heat wave of the year, with temperatures in some regions potentially soaring to 35 degrees Celsius this May. According to Tsingtao, this would surpass the previous May record of 32.8 degrees Celsius, set in 1944. The Met Office has described this level of heat as unprecedented for May, noting that past temperature records have typically been broken by smaller margins. The heat wave, which began to build last week and intensified over the weekend, particularly affects England and Wales, with southeast England recording 30.5 degrees Celsius on Saturday. It marks the first official May heat wave since the current definition was introduced in 2019. Given that the average maximum temperature for May in the UK is around 15 degrees Celsius and most homes lack air conditioning. The UK Health Security Agency has issued an amber high temperature health alert for much of England until Wednesday, warning of increased health risks for vulnerable populations. Nighttime temperatures have also been unusually high, with Kenley in South London recording a minimum of 19.4 degrees Celsius early Monday, breaking a 1944 record. Other Western European nations are also experiencing record May temperatures. An NPR reports from Caracas that in post-Maduro Venezuela, promises of political prisoner releases are largely unmet, fueling doubts about reforms. 4 months after the U.S. captured former President Nicolas Maduro following the disputed 2024 elections and amidst U.S. military readiness drills, only about 40 prisoners were freed, far fewer than the hundreds anticipated. Critics, like Gonzalo Himiob of Foro Penal, expressed diminishing faith in change. The nation still grapples with high inflation, over 600%, electricity blackouts, water shortages, and long gas lines, though citizens like motor taxi driver Junior Monterola express hope and less fear to speak out. Meanwhile, political opponents, including Nobel laureate Maria Corina Machado, demand faster political change and immediate elections. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.